All right, welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Always a pleasure to be back.
I was thinking about this one. It's a little different, right?
Definitely a bit outside the box today.
Yeah, so we're only looking at one thing, just this tiny little excerpt,
Oh,
actually.
even more focused than usual.
Right, it's from a YouTube video transcript, of all things.
Interesting. What kind of video are we talking about here?
A music video.
Oh, wow, okay. Who's the artist?
Fatima Altieri.
Altieri. Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with her work. Very cool stuff. Lots to unpack there.
Exactly. And that's what I thought. Even with just a small snippet, there's got to be something we can dig into.
I'm sure you're right, especially with an artist like Altieri. Her work always has so much going on beneath the surface.
Right. So many layers of meaning. Well, should we just jump right in?
Let's hear it.
Okay, so the excerpt reads, "Baby, I don't want to waste my time. Sleep to for H now. Hello, put me first this time around. Let nobody kill my life get when I come back H together for."
Wow. Definitely not your everyday sentence structure, huh?
You can say that again?
But, I kind of like it. It's like she's not even bothering with all the rules, Just going straight for the emotion.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's almost like you can hear that urgency, that need to break free in her voice.
Totally. It's powerful stuff.
For sure. And then there's the HH. That repetition, it kind of jumps out at you, doesn't it?
Yeah, the HH is interesting. It's almost like a heartbeat or something.
Right. Or maybe it's like a symbol.
A symbol. Now that you mention it, I've seen some fans online speculating about that. Some people think it might represent a specific person or maybe a force. That thing in your life that's holding you back.
Oh, interesting. Like the HH is what she's struggling to break free from.
Exactly. That's the theory anyway.
I can see that. It definitely adds another layer to the whole thing, doesn't it? And then you've got that line right after H, "Put me first this time around," which, that just screams personal experience to me.
Oh, absolutely. There's a history there, right? Maybe relationships where she felt neglected or experiences where her needs were always coming second.
Yeah, yeah. And now it's like she's drawing a line in the sand.
Exactly. It's like she's finally saying enough is enough. It's a real turning point.
Totally. And, the way she says, "Let nobody kill my life get when I come back H together for," it's like a battle cry
It
almost.
really is a declaration of independence. You go, girl.
I know, right? And remember, this is just the transcript. Can you imagine what this must look like in the actual music video?
Oh, I bet the visuals just take this to a whole other level.
Right, like I can totally picture her breaking free from chains, or maybe like shutting down all these negative voices that are trying to bring her down.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Music videos have a way of doing that, They can really amplify the message behind the lyrics.
Totally. But there's one thing that's been bugging me.
Oh, what's that?
That word right at the beginning. Bere.
Yeah.
It's like, it kind of contradicts the rest of it, don't you think? She's all about independence and putting himself first.
You're right. There's this tension there. On one hand, she's all about self-reliance. And on the other, she's reaching out to someone.
Yeah. So is it possible to have both? Can you be strong and independent and still crave that connection?
That's a great question. And honestly, I think that might be exactly what Altieri is grappling with in this song. The push and pull between those two sides of ourselves.
Man, it makes you think, doesn't it? We started with just this tiny little excerpt,
But it's opened up all these different avenues to explore.
Exactly. We've got self-discovery, empowerment, the struggle to overcome obstacles, and the whole question of balancing independence with connection. All packed into just a few lines.
It's pretty amazing how much you can say in so few words when you break free from all the conventional rules of language.
Totally. And it just makes me want to see that full music video even more.
Right.
So to everyone listening, if you're even a little bit intrigued by what we've been talking about today, I highly recommend checking out the full music video. It's called, actually I won't spoil the title for you.
Let's leave a little mystery.
Exactly. But while you're watching it, think about this. Where in your own life do you need to put yourself first? What are your H's, those things that are holding you back?
And how are you navigating that balance between self-reliance and the need for connection? It's a lifelong journey, isn't it?
It really is. Sometimes you just got to dive deep to figure it all out.
Well said.
Thanks for joining me on this one. It's been great as always.
The pleasure was all mine. Until next time.
See?